Hello students, today new topic of chapter 5 light, rectilinear propagation of light. What is rectilinear? Rectilinear means straight line. And as I have taught you earlier that light always travels in a straight line path. Rectilinear propagation of light is that only the property of light traveling in a straight line is called the rectilinear propagation of light. Now how you can confirm that light travels always in a straight line, not in any other way? So there are many examples you can observe in your daily life to confirm that light moves in a straight line motion. How have you seen that from your ventilator one opening, suppose one small opening is there and room is dark, you will observe that the sunlight travels through that ventilator opening in a straight line path and enters in a room. And in windows also, suppose windows are closed and one opening is only, there is only one of the part of the window is open, then you will observe that the sunlight will enter through that open part and enters in the room, but it will travel in a straight line. It always travels in a straight line path. Suppose you have closed the curtain of your room, but if there is any opening in the curtain, you will observe that the light will travel through that opening, but it will always travel in a straight line path. Understood? The picture is given in your book like this. If any opening is there in the window, you will see that the light is traveling. You can see the rays of light in a straight line path. One more example, like if you observe a beam of light coming from the headlights of a car, you will notice that light is traveling in that case also in a straight line. Okay. So, similarly, sun rays reaches to the surface of the earth through the straight line path. And how much time sunlight takes to reach to the surface of the earth? 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And what is the speed of light to travel? The light speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. All the lights travels in this speed only, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay. It means that light takes minimum time in traveling from one point to another point, because it always moves with this speed. This is a very great speed, very high speed, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now next topic is shadow formation. What is this shadow formation? But before that, look at one picture. Before discussing the shadow formation, let us confirm that light travels in a straight line path through this small activity. You can do it at home. Suppose if you will put the small cardboards in a straight line and make the hole in a center of the cardboard, and it makes sure that all the holes are of the same size and in the same, you have to place it in a straight line. Okay. Straight line path, and you will place one candle this side, and if you will observe the candle from this side, this is your eye. If the cardboards are in the straight line path, you can easily see the light of the candle through this hole. But if you will displace this cardboard, suppose I will keep this cardboard little bit that side, little bit, and these holes are not coming in a straight line, they are displaced little bit this side and this side. If you will observe from this side, you will not be able to see the light of this candle through your eyes. This activity, small activity, shows that light travels in a straight line path. It cannot travel in a zigzag way. Suppose if you put the cardboard little bit that side, and light will travel through this hole and it will go that side, and then again it will come this side and then to your eyes. It will never happen. You can do this and see. Okay. Now come to the next topic, that is formation of shadows. What is formation of shadows? So to form a shadow on a screen, we need three things. a source of light means for the formation of shadow, light is must. Okay, an opaque object means light cannot pass through that object. That kind of material you have to keep with you. And a screen on which the shadow will appear. These three things is very important. In the absence of any of these three things, you cannot form the shadow. Now, how shadow forms? Understand it. Whenever you walk in the sun, a dark patch is formed on the side opposite to the direction of the sunlight. Have you noticed that dark patch yourselves? If you are standing just in the daytime on your roof, you will observe that one shadow will form, your shadow on the roof. How this shadow forms? So, formation of shadow is a direct result of the rectilinear propagation of light only. Why? A shadow is a dark patch and formed when the path of light is obstructed by an opaque object. Understood? You will understand it through this picture. Look at here. What is happening here? We have one light, we have one opaque object and this screen. If you will apply the light on this opaque object, what will happen? This opaque object will block the light. It will not allow the light to pass through it, and its shadow will appear here. Light will, you can observe the light in this side, but the size of this, suppose this is a cardboard box, this size shadow you will see on the screen because it is blocking the path of light. It will never allow the light to pass through it because it is absolutely opaque object. Okay, but in these three pictures you are observing something. In this you can see a dark shadow. In this you are saying a faint shadow, means not very dark. Okay, but in this there is no shadow. What is the difference between this? So in this we have used the opaque object which is completely blocking the path of light, so its shadow is appearing very dark. But in this we are using not an object but a translucent object. You can see plastic bucket or something you can place, from which object the light will pass partially, not completely. Okay, so if the light will pass partially, the shadow will also appear little faint shadow it will produce. Now in this material we have taken the transparent object. In transparent object allows the light to pass through it very easily. So there will be no shadow appear here because all the light is getting passed through this transparent object. Understood? So no shadow is appearing here. It means when the shadow will appear, when you will put a opaque object in front of the light. Okay, but a faint shadow can appear if you are using a translucent object. Got it? But transparent object, there will be no shadow formation. So I hope you have understood why I told that you need three things to form a shadow. A source of light, any source of light, not only torch, you can use anything. An opaque object and a screen. Without a screen, the shadow, where the shadow will appear? Nowhere. So we need a screen, whether it is a cardboard or a wall. Have you seen your shadow on the wall at night time? Your hand shadow or anything? So any screen, but it need a screen. On the screen only shadow will appear, otherwise shadow will not appear. Understood? So there are few activities, students. It is very small and very interesting activities. You have to go through it. Okay, take a torch, chart paper, and you can do this kind of activity at your home to see the shadow formation. Now look at this picture. What is the difference between the shadows here appearing? This is a very small shadow. This is a very little longer. This is also longer. So what is happening? Why it is so? Sunlight is everywhere. You can see in 3 pictures there is all the 3 boys is getting the sunlight. But why the difference in the size of their shadow? This is because the position of the sun in the morning time, in the noon time and in the evening time. At noon the shadow will appear very short, but in morning and evening time shadow will appear longer. Why it is so? Because of the position of the sun. Morning time you can see. So the length of the shadow changes according to the position of the source of light, according to the sun's with respect to the object. Okay, so the length of shadow, suppose in the evening 6 p.m. and in the morning 6 a.m. will be maximum. Okay, and at noon time it will be of minimum length, that it will be very dark. Why? Because sun comes overhead in the at noon time, but in the morning and evening it is not overhead, it is little up, it will be little down. Understood? So I will discuss 2 more topics, like what is umbra and what is penumbra. This is also based on the shadow formation, the size of the shadow and distance of the object and the light, that in the next video. Now, characteristic of a shadow. There are 3 characteristics given in your book. The shadow is always formed on the opposite side of the light source. Definitely opposite side of the light source shadow is forming. And the shadow is of the same shape as the object. Yes, definitely shadow is of the same shape. If you are putting a round object, it will appear the round shape shadow. If you will put a rectangular object, the shadow will also be of rectangular shape. A shadow is always dark in color irrespective of the color of the object or light falling on it. Yes, definitely if you are putting a blue object here or red object, the shadow will not be appear of blue or red color. It will always appear in dark color. Colorful shadow will never appear. Understood? So these are the 3 important characteristics of shadow. You have to go through it. So these are the small activity you have to go through. We will discuss the next 2 topics in the next video. Okay.